Jim Pickens as a cowboy is one of the most amazingly wonderful things you could ever find out about Jim Pickens.
I think that's just like salvation for him.
Tell him he got the part. And we all heard, like, out in the hallway, him go, yee-haw, like, really loud when he walked out of the room. And it was just a great moment. And it's so perfectly Jim.
Freedom. If there's one word I could describe the Western lifestyle, it's a sense of freedom. The cowboy is truly an American original. Very simple, humble guys. Very strong sense of values. They look for a good horse. They look for an honest day's wage for an honest day's work. I found that lifestyle really intriguing, and just what they did, and the pureness of it. I think that's the thing that I appreciate most about it. It's a chance to get away and be outside, but not outside of it. You know, so it's been good. I'm a child of the 50s, and when there were only 3 channels. And it seems like every channel had 10 Westerns a day on it. My dad was a huge Western fan, and my brother and I, we would watch him. And, you know, I mean, Roy Rogers and the Lone Ranger, you know, we'd watch him for hours. A horse had always been my favorite animal. You know, and I'd imagine myself being a cowboy. You know, I'd get a broomstick or something, and that would be my horse.
He's a cowboy. I think away from here, that's his true passion. He loves it. Loves horses, loves everything about it.
It's kind of amazing to sort of see him do what he does. Every once in a while, he brings his roping stuff to set, and down by his trailer, he has like the little sawhorse set up, and he practices his roping skills. Like, he's a real cowboy. I'm
from Cleveland, Ohio, so, you know, riding a horse was, the closest I usually got was a merry-go-round at the amusement park or something. I moved out to California in 1990, and got involved with some cowboys. So I bought my first horse and messed around with him for a while, trying to figure it out, and I got another one, and I'm on my 4th one now.
He has boots and he has cowboy clothes, and it's amazing. And this incredible passion for horses and riding and the world of roping, about which I knew nothing.
But I enjoyed that lifestyle. It's kind of a great therapy from Hollywood to kind of get away, the quiet of it.
And it allows him to kind of go and relax and to forget about all of this. And then he comes back refreshed from those experiences.
Jim comes to the ranch, he boards the horses there. And a lot of times we get to rope 2-3 times a week with him. It just depends on his schedule. But the time that he does get to spend with us, he uses it wisely.
Last Wednesday, we went out to the pasture where the roping cattle were. And we drove them on there with myself and Neil, my partner. And we both drove them down out of the pasture through what they call the alleyway.
So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna walk down here to the pasture and gather up these rope cattle and bring them. We'll run them down the alley. I'll put them in the catch pen there and then run them down here to where the chutes are.
I guess they were feeling pretty good that day. They're on their best behavior. We were just able to they just kind of waltzed on, and I was like, hallelujah.
Hey.
I have 2 horses. One is Reno, and he's a 10-year-old American quarter horse. I've had him since he was about 4.
He's a ham. He likes the camera.
Jim is always very mindful of his horses. He's always trying to that his horses are cared for when he's roping.
We put these on even if we only run one steer, we're gonna make sure that he's got his legs protected.
When you think of the way that Jim treats the horses, and how gentle and how specific he is about making sure that his animals are being treated well, that's the indication of somebody who is constantly trying to find the larger purpose and meaning in life.
He's been a good horse for me, he is. He's been a good horse to kind of learn on. We've kind of grown together. And yeah, he's taking pretty good care of me.
I was hoping just it didn't fall off. Yep. No, really. You too, man. I appreciate it, man. Okay. All right. Good luck today, too.
Team roping actually grew out of actual ranch work. Steers were big, you know, much bigger than what we rope here, you know, 500-pound steers or something. And one cowboy couldn't obviously handle one. One would have to rope him by the horns, and the other one would rope his two back feet. They'd stretch him out and get him kind of in the prone position, and then they could do their doctrine or whatever they had to do on him. And so cowboys being cowboys and ranchers being ranchers, you know, a rancher say, well, I got a couple cowboys can really head and heel fast, you know, and one other say, well, I got guys that they can head really fast, and you know, they start having these competitions. It became a rodeo sport, and it's the only rodeo sport that is a true team sport. I was very intrigued by that and how these guys handle a rope. You know, you think about it, you know, you've got two cowboys, two horses, one steer, and two ropes. That can be pretty precarious. And these guys try and make a living at it. I mean, you know, we know how tough acting is, but these guys try and make a living doing this, you know, and so they have all my respect.
It's amazing.
It's something to watch, isn't it? I'm here with a good friend. He's become a good friend. Speed Williams, 8-time world champion. It's 8 years in a row, along with his partner, Rich Skelton. They kind of revolutionized team roping, a different way of doing it in the 90s. And they were the gold standard for about a good 10, 12 years.
Team roping as a whole has gotten so much tougher, so much faster, and guys on both ends can do it so much more consistent.
It's hard to describe. You have to watch them to see just what they do and how fast they are, and great horses that they ride. And it's really, it makes you want to say, okay, maybe I need to do something else as a hobby after you watch these guys. My wife and I started a nonprofit maybe about 6 years ago, I guess, and we've been supporting some charities. Well, you know, just kind of writing a check, and that was it. And then I started thinking. I said, wow, you know, how can we do a little something more to impact something?
The great thing about Jim and Gina is I feel like they're always trying to find a way to give back in anything that they do. They're those kind of people.
He struggles on a regular basis to find out as many ways as he can to fund charities, to start charities, to get things going so that there are ways that he can support these people who really, really need it.
Another dear friend of ours, Lydia Floyd, has something called Hands for Hope, which is an after-school program, basically, that she started to kind of give kids a place to go in and do homework, to socialize with others, and try and facilitate some kind of home life for them until they made another transition.
It's difficult to meet the type of people that we need to meet who can help us with our organization. And Jim Pickens, I've known for many years. When he realized what we were doing here, he stepped right up, he and his wife, to help in whatever way they could. They have an event that they do, an amazing roping event. They are helping those people to have this outlet, but at the same time raising funds that they can help an organization like ours.
And so we thought, what a better way to do it than marrying my interest and love for things Western and trying to impact these lives.
Jim is just the most genuine, down-home individual, and it really is a privilege for us for him to associate this event and what the charity stands for with Tejon Ranch.
He dedicates his time and proceeds from that event to Hands for Hope, which is just amazing, and we love him for that.
And him and all of the guys have been so supportive of what we do. Because at the end of the day, it's about the charities we support, and the fact that they support what we're doing makes it even a more humbling experience for us.
Because of you guys, we've been able to raise, to date, almost $50,000. So you guys should give yourself a hand on that one. Thank you guys again. We're gonna roll this Pro-Am. Guys, thank you for what you're doing. You're impacting lives that you cannot believe, and in a very positive way. So have fun, enjoy, and let's rope.
The open roping is for the professionals, the guys who literally make their living doing this. And we had 49 teams today, of probably the best ropers in the world. Folks say, you're a cowboy. No, I'm not a cowboy. I'm somebody who enjoys the Western lifestyle. A cowboy is a whole breed unto himself. They're kind of a dying icon in America.
What he does with the foundation, I think, is tremendous, you know. And I know the pro ropers that come here think so too. That's why they come, because they see what his interest is and where his heart really is. And it's gratifying to me because I know that we're getting something done for Jim's foundation, and that's what we're here for. It was a pretty good day today. Pretty happy about it. And I know a lot of people that left here were pretty happy about it too, so it was good.
Y'all get it?
I got it.
See what I go through every day? That's what I go through every day.
Emotionally and morally and sort of spiritually on set, Jim Pickens is the chief. Everybody respects him, everybody likes him. He's really easygoing, but you also know he means business. He's incredibly professional.
Jim is the most beloved, calmest, most professional guy on the show.
Gotta be nice here, don't I?
You gotta be nice.
Gotta be nice.
Jim is a really nice guy, a humble spirit. He really is. And, you know, he's always listening. You know, if we say what we need, somehow he and his wonderful wife, Gina, help us to get it.
I think the world would be a lot better place if we were all a lot more into like Jim Pickens.
You better. You better. Don't have me cuss you on there.
Well, that's it, Grey's Anatomy. Hope you enjoyed it. We had fun. See you next time. Happy trails.